Anniversary celebration.
You good, campers? Don't want to keep you up too late. Y'all coming back tomorrow?
This is Brian Stone. I hate everybody and everything, and if you don't like it, I hate you.
That's not true!
So I just tweeted about him that he is my choice white guy in Chattanooga.
Wow, we all crazy.
Why does it sound like this? Why?
You don't want most of it, you want all of it. And I won't stop until you get all of it.
Stone on air.
You really have nothing better to do you? No, I do not.
Loud and proud, which is a dash of brash occasionally. Not much brash today. Stone on Air is on the air live on Talk Radio 102.3. You'll find it on SoundCloud. The website is stoneonair.com. And Tara's here, and Nathan is here, and I am here, Brian Stone, live at Bonnaroo with about 25% of my voice. So I'm going to be very deliberate and careful here. We're going to have some music, we're going to have some conversation, we're going to have some fun today on Talk Radio 102.3, the flagship. About 3 o'clock yesterday. Again, I apologize with how scratchy this is going to sound. About 3 o'clock yesterday, I started to realize, okay, I'm losing my voice. This is not good. I've got an hour-long radio show to do live where everything you're hearing is originating from right here. Greg Schaefer's back at 821 Pineville Road, helping keeping this thing on between the on the tracks and between the ditches. And thank you very much for that, Greg. But so yesterday I'm sitting around thinking, all right, my voice is about half gone, and I've got a radio show to do, and I've still got 4 hours until the Pearl Jam show, which if you have listened to it at any amount of time, know that is, the mecca when it comes to people, period, not just musicians, but individual, men. And so I was really worried about that. So I'd wake up and have no voice whatsoever. But luckily, I kept it down, lip synced more than sang. Acted like I was screaming when it was really just my mouth open. I did a pretty good job, and we got just a partial little bit of a voice that you hear, but all good. Live at Radio Bonnaroo, backstage here at on the farm at Manchester, Tennessee. I will be fumbling and bumbling around a little bit, but so please bear with us. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we weren't planning on necessarily doing live music until I'm walking around backstage, and boom, who do I find? Nick freaking Lutzko, one of the bigger acts in town right now. The winner of the Road to Nightfall, played the Nightfall show just a couple weeks back, and then the Puppet Parade, the Revelry Room show. You're well aware. If you're listening to this show, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I run into the guy, so I'm like, dude, you got to be on the show, right? So we went and found a guitar, and we're going to play some music and talk about the festival all the way around. Nathan's here. He's going to jump in here for a few minutes, but I'll probably get Tara on as well. Anybody who can sound better than me. The opening segment of the show is Stone's Throw, and I am going to play that right now.
It's Stone's Throw.
What? Oh, whoa! Back up the truck. Beep, beep. What are you talking about? Is technology making us mentally ill? Look at me. I'm stupid. I can't do math. This is not making sense to the young adult anymore, and they're tired of it. Does that satisfy you? Are you satisfied now?
The Talk Monster.
I decided to do all the controls for this show today, which is probably a crazy idea, but I told Tara, I was like, I don't want too much on Greg, and if somebody's going to screw up this show, I'd rather it be me than anybody else. So just bear with me today. Brian Stone, Stone on Air live at Bonnaroo for the next hour or so, 4:12 Central Time, 5:12 obviously Eastern Time, and with me, who you don't hear as much on the show very often, he does the all the video, and the YouTube channel is other than it's got my name on it, and I initially signed it up. He pretty much maintains and puts all the videos up at the YouTube channel, which you should subscribe while you're there, please. But with me is Nathan, who again he checks in every now and again on the show. But Nate, been up here all weekend. We both got here about Wednesday, and your thoughts on the 4.5 to 5 days here on the farm in Manchester?
It's been hot.
That is absolutely
really hot.
Absolutely, no doubt, and it kind of screwed my whole Saturday up because that was my day, my long list of music to see, and I couldn't. I was dead. I could not get out in the heat yesterday. I think we're talking 98 degrees or so, and we'll talk about this. There was a potential storm warning that they had to have an evacuation of Bonnaroo last night, and we'll get to that in a minute.
We weren't moving.
But let's actually talk about that right now because I was at my campsite when the evacuation happened last night because of a lightning storm around 9:30 or 8:30, I think, ish. And evacuating Bonnaroo is no small. Bonnaroo is the area where all the acts take place, and then you camp on the outside of the festivals here at Bonnaroo, and then you come into what would be considered the venue. And so, Nate, you were in there, and tell me about how that went when you were in what stage and who were you going to see?
Don't know the name of the stage. Couldn't tell you that, but it was Sean Lennon.
Yeah.
Sean Lennon and Les Claypool got together. And they put on a heck of a show. But before all that happened, about 17 minutes. Now, granted, you got to remember, most people show up to these shows about an hour early so they can get up front. Yeah. So everybody's been waiting for an hour.
Especially crazy people like you.
Yes. For an hour. Just been sitting there. We've all been chatting, all this blah, blah, blah. And we're all ready. We're like, yeah, 17 minutes. It's almost time. Oh, there's a drum tech. Yeah, go drum tech. Yeah. And, of course, the guy on the PA system goes, you must leave. You've got to evacuate Bonnaroo.
And what happened was there was we just got a little bit of rain, and there was this little pocket of a cell that came over Manchester, and we never really got we didn't where we were at. We got just a couple drops, but it was some fierce looking lightning. I mean, that was some real deal lightning, mainly just heat lightning, I guess. And so you were telling me, I guess earlier, so they evacuated Bonnaroo, but where you were at, you didn't actually have to. It was under a tent. One of the side stages has a big, big circus kind of huge tent kind of thing.
Yeah, they were trying to push us out. Like they're all the security and all that. Great guys. They're all out of Texas, and they're just really nice guys, nice individuals. But they're trying to push everybody out, and all of a sudden a chant of "We will," the Rock You song.
Yeah, we will rock you. Yeah.
Instead of rock you, it was "Will not move."
We will not move.
And you've got about 1,000 people screaming this back at them.
We will not move. And so you guys didn't have to leave.
No, they were like, all right, there's nothing we can do about it. The police had already left. Like you saw the police in their blue lights getting out of Bonnaroo. So they had no way to get security in there. And so nobody moved, nobody did anything. So we all just stay there. And then less than, I think it was about 45 minutes after all this whole thing started, Les Claypool comes on and is like, yeah, we're going to play for y'all. And then he just starts playing.
That's a pretty good impression, actually, by the way. It's Stone on Air on the flagship Talk Radio 102.3, StoneOnAir.com, and SoundCloud. That's Nathan Gale. I'm Brian Stone. I was walking around, I'll pin in that for a second. So it was about a 45-minute delay for the most part. It pushed Pearl Jam back to 11:30 last night, which would have been 12:30 Eastern. So they played until 2:45 Central, I believe. I'm getting my time. It was a long time, and it was. And me and Nate are super fans, and it was not one of our favorite shows, but I think it worked well for the festival. But if you have been hearing, I'm not going to go into it too long. That ticket sales were down. They were down.
Yeah. Here's me whispering into the microphone so nobody here at Bonnaroo can hear. Yes, they've been down, like 40,000 maybe.
It's very, very obvious.
Not only, but for first-time festival goers, they don't recognize it because they shrunk. Oh, I didn't know that one's on. They shrunk down Bonnaroo. Yeah. They picked up tents and they moved them in.
They literally took the outer walls and moved them in some areas hundreds of yards to what I'm guessing is to obviously you don't want to throw a party and then not look like nobody showed up. And this isn't a nobody showed up thing. It's just from what
40,000 people still showed
up.
From
what we're used to. It might have been closer to 50. We'll find out more later. But when you're used to hosting a party that has 70 and there's only 45, they were making arrangements to make it look better, and I'm assuming it was because of the webcast, which there is a webcast out there. What it is, I don't know. You're on your own. Go find it. But so that was interesting. But so yesterday I was walking around and back here in this production road area, and I look up and I say, that looks like Nick freaking Let's Go. And I'm like, that is Nick Let's Go. Nick, what the hell are you doing? And so we ran around, we found a guitar, and we decided, you know what? Let's hang out on the radio and have some fun. So that's what we're going to do. It's Talk Radio 102.3. It is the flagship. As you can clearly tell, my vocal cords are shredded. So we'll get through this as much as we can, and we're having fun here at Bonnaroo, at the Radio Bonnaroo compound backstage. Nathan Gale is here. Tara is here. She might jump in as well. And we will be right back. Nick, let's go. Coming up next.
I think we should just follow those guys.
Now more Stone on air.
It's about to get all stupid up in here.
The Talk Monster.
You are back with the Stone on Air show here on the flagship station, Talk Radio 102.3 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. My name is Brian Stone, hanging out at Bonnaroo. Little experiment here. We've done a lot of live stuff up here, but not quite what we're doing right now. So bear with us on some of the bumps and bruises. We're also Facebooking live. Tara's here. Nathan and Nick we're all streaming all this stuff all over everywhere. So everybody other than me, I'm just trying to keep this thing together. And so far, so good, I guess. Hanging out with me, Nick. Let's go, Nick. Good to see you, bro.
Of course, happy to be here.
Is it okay if I bro you? I'm sorry, I should have asked you first. I should have asked you.
Of course.
You can't call anybody
Anytime.
a bro, man. But
we're bros.
I was walking around last night, and not last night, whatever night it was. This morning feels like last week. And I ran into you, and I was like, whoa, dude, what the hell? And so a mutual friend of ours hooked you up last minute, but you and your girlfriend and whoever else were down in Disney last week, right?
Yeah, we were visiting family in Tampa, and then we were doing Disney. I got a call last minute to see if I wanted to come, and I was like, my girlfriend's got the week off. We're going to Florida. I can't ditch her. And then they're like, what if we can get her a ticket? And I was like, okay, we'll make that happen.
You guys went, let's see, today is Sunday, so you went to Disney when? Last Monday?
No, yeah, well, we were in Tampa Monday, Orlando Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday back in Tampa. And then we woke up at like 6 in the morning and came straight here.
And
stuck in traffic all day.
So you cut your Disney thing down by a few days to come to Bonnaroo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're okay in my book. You're okay in my book.
Oh, yeah, man.
So let's talk about your travel day. It starts at 6 a.m. Friday.
Yes.
And then you hit traffic all through the state of Georgia, it would appear.
We hit traffic in Tampa. We hit traffic in Macon. We hit traffic outside of Atlanta. We hit traffic in Atlanta, Marietta, and we finally got to Chattanooga at like 6:30.
So it was about a 12-hour trip.
Yeah, it sucked. And then we came to Bonnaroo, and it was okay.
12-hour trip, then stop at the house, grab a tent and whatever you can cram in the car, and then by 9 or 10 o'clock Friday night, you're on the farm.
Well, I got to my house and there was no tent, and we had to run by a storage and hope that there was a tent. And I grabbed a bag that I thought there might be a tent in there.
Like a big
and luckily,
garbage bag looking thing.
Yeah, luckily it was in there, and so I slept in a tent the last couple nights, and seen some good music.
Yeah, you've been up here a few times before, but not what we consider the kind of primo access back here. It's pretty nice, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I could never do what I did in college now.
Well, neither could I. Stone on Air on Talk Radio 102.3, the flagship station. My name is Brian Stone. He's Nick Let's Go, and I'll play a tune here in just a minute. So I found him. I'm like, man, we got to find a guitar. So there's artists in and out here all over the place. So we grab a guitar from one of the. For all I know, this is Mike McCready from Pearl Jam's guitar. I'm not sure, probably not, but I don't know. know. And we also we'll have the YouTube channel. We'll have this up eventually too. We are filming this as well. We're trying to do a regular show just here live at Bonnaroo. So highlights of the weekend, a couple shows you enjoyed.
Well, first I want to say I did ask, and they said this was actually Jerry Garcia's guitar. The Dead take it with them, but they don't use it as a part of their show because
you never know what's going to happen at Bonnaroo.
Right.
You play Jerry Garcia's guitar on the Stone on Air show here. It's
very
unbelievable.
Impressive.
But a couple of shows that's highlighted for you this weekend.
Okay. LCD Sound System was great. Tame Impala was really good. We left like the last 20 minutes because we were like passing out because we'd been up since 6 in the morning. Yesterday we saw Judd Apatow in the Comedy Tent, and Eddie Vedder came out and did a tribute to Gary Shandling, which was incredible.
Explain again who Judd is and what he does.
Judd is
Judd, sorry.
He's a writer, producer, director, stand-up. He directed Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin, and produced like Bridesmaids and like dozens of movies. But he's a pretty good stand-up. And he had Vanessa Bayer and Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live come out,
and so what? And then Eddie Vedder came out. And of course, that's my my favorite person on the planet. Yours is one of them anyway, is Les Claypool. And almost at the exact same time, I'm standing in the same room as Les Claypool. And you're watching Eddie Vedder. And it's like, we need to switch places, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But actually, I mean, I know that you're a big fan of the dude. So tell me again what they did. A song with some tribute to Gary Shandling, who died earlier this year.
Yeah, I guess Gary Shandling gave Judd Apatow one of his first jobs on the Larry Sanders Show. And so they had a really strong relationship, and Eddie Vedder helped him write a song, and it was like a really touching tribute that Judd Apatow would read punchlines of jokes that were never released to the public, written that they found in notebooks of Gary Shandling. So it was really funny, but pretty sentimental at the same time.
Yeah, that's cool. I mentioned earlier in the first segment the sun just beat me up yesterday. I had to cancel everything I was planning on doing and just waited for Pearl Jam, and it was a fun night. We got still a half a day left here. The Dead and Company coming up a little bit later on. Death Cab for Cutie as well. Riverbend in full swing. I'll be hopefully doing some stage announcements for Opposite Box this week on the Bud Light stage, and for Planet on the Unum stage on Saturday. That's the deal. At least that's what I've been told before I left town 5 days ago to kind of get lost on a farm in the sunshine. So a lot of stuff going on I got to catch up on, but I won't be at the station all week long. After we sign off here, I'll be done. We are about halfway through the show. Nick Let's Go is my guest on Stone on Air. Let's play something live. Is that good for you, Nick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll see how this goes.
Well, I was banking on your absence when I heard you lost your nerve. Drove a stake into my heart. Prayed to God that I deserve it. I can't think for myself that a second opinion. Well, I was bleeding through my tears. You were killing me with kindness. I was trying to relieve you of the scum inside your iris. I can't change what I am. I can't leave. So I keep on walking. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo.
Nick, let's go live on Stone on Air on the flagship on Talk Radio 102.3. We are live at Radio Bonnaroo. My name is Brian Stone. I don't know if I'm going to make it 30 more minutes, but I'm going to try. We'll be right back.
Stone on Air. We'll be right back. The Talk Monster. Now back to more Stone on Air.
Okay, Pops, let's get on with the show.
The Talk Monster.
Radio 102.3. It is the flagship station for the Stone on Air radio network, which you can find on SoundCloud, StoneOnAir.com. My name is Brian Stone, and I'm going to have to be very, very deliberate here with how I communicate with people, because this voice is getting worse by the second. Nick Lutzko is my guest. Ran into him backstage here at Bonnaroo the other day, and just to clarify, that's not Jerry Garcia's guitar, right? That is.
You never know, man. It's Bonnaroo.
You never know the stories that we tell. But how many years have you been up here, Nick?
I did 2009 through 2013.
Okay, so you had
5, and this is my 6th.
Good 4 or 5 year stretch there. It is a hard weekend. It is especially when you get this kind of heat. It's not for everybody. I totally understand that, and but it is for a lot of people. It's just. You're a nice guy overall, Nick. I think I'm kind of a jerk. When I come up here, I turn into like the nicest guy on the planet. I want to know everybody. I want to know where you're from. I want to know why you're here. I want to know, I want small talk. Hey, how's the weather? Let's talk. What have been your experiences up here as far as the vibe, the feel, all that corny stuff?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate to kill the vibe you're building up, but I'm kind of the opposite. I like I don't know, I think since I'm getting older too, like I have a lot less patience. Like I'm trying to get a connection with whatever's going on stage, and there's a lot of nasty people.
So I am just a miserable jerk half the time in real life. Yes. I come up here and I turn into one of the nicest people you ever meet. You are one of the nicer guys walking around in real life, and you come up to Bonnaroo.
And I come here and I get in knife fights on the reg.
You turn into an insufferable just jerk.
Yep.
Wow. See, it's a magical place. It can just flip you like that. Nick Lutzko is my guest. We're gonna get. He's gonna hang out here for the whole hour. I wasn't sure if we were gonna do. 1, 2, 3. I can barely get words out of my mouth, so he's going to hang out and play a couple tunes more. Right now, as we speak, and you're being a trooper here, I don't know if you're a big Jason Isbell fan, but I am. He's playing about 50 yards right over there, and so I would certainly would have understood if you said, dude, there's a great show over here. I'm not really going to hang out on your dumb radio show, but I'm glad you did, so I appreciate it.
I'm glad you asked.
What else you got going? What are you going to hit today before you call it a weekend musically?
I'm going to go see Father John Misty, and Ween is one of my favorite bands, so I'm going to check out Ween.
I never could quite get Ween. They're kind of in the same world as Primus. You either kind of get it or you don't. Ween never grabbed me, but they got a huge following for sure.
Yeah, they're interesting. It definitely took me a while to get into them as well.
Yeah.
I think you got to start with the right records to really appreciate what they got going on.
So they're tonight right around 7, something like that. I don't have the schedule
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
They're closing the Witch stage.
Okay, so they'll close. They also the stage that is about 50 yards to my left, and then Death Cab for Cutie will be in the 8-ish time frame, and then the Dead and Company set for a 4-hour set, 2 sets. 4 hours. I don't know if they'll go that long or not. We'll see. So 8 to midnight, which will be 9 to 1 a.m. Eastern. So we're winding things down here on the farm. We're winding things down on the show as well. Nick Lutzko is my guest here live at Radio Bonnaroo. You can find us on StoneOnAir.com, the SoundCloud page, the YouTube channel, and we'll get all this stuff posted. It won't be tonight. It might not even be tomorrow morning, but it will be pretty soon. Nick Lutzko now live on Talk Radio 102.3, the flagship for Stone on Air.
Well, I was all shook up in the middle of Memphis. She stabbed me with a cigarette, we're kissing a crucifix. Told me in confidence, and I was licking off her lipstick. I don't want to die in Tennessee. I want to be different. Well, I was rattling my bones like a anecdote gagas in the backseat of a limousine. Then I fell down from my throne and landed right back where I started, like a gas mask soaking kerosene. Tiptoe through the tombstones, don't spread or you trip on your own. Alright, don't believe your money's the only thing that she wouldn't blow. Oh, well, I was all shook up in the middle of Memphis. She stabbed me with a cigarette, we're kissing the crucifix. Told me in confidence when I was licking off her lipstick, I don't want to die in Tennessee. I want to be different. Well, I saw her at a show, and she asked if I was hired, if I've never met a beauty queen. And I was running out of blow when my gun went off inside her like an accidental guillotine. Down the road, kill, don't blink, or you slip on your own. Alright. Your money's the only thing that she wouldn't blow. Whoa, well, I was all shook up in the middle of Memphis. She stabbed me with a cigarette, we're kissing the crucifix. Told me in confidence when I was licking out her lipstick, I don't want to die in Tennessee. I want to be different. Yes, I was all shook up in the middle of Memphis. She grabbed me by the shoulder blades and shouted, I'm sick of this. Told me in confidence when I was licking off her lipstick, baby, I don't want to die. Baby, I don't want to die. So I asked she would marry me. Yeah, I knew she couldn't hear me more. The look upon her face, it seemed as if she had been scared of me. Yeah, I woke up, I was laid away, that answer around my throat. And in the distance I heard Graceland playing on my stereo. I said, I'm calling to you, Jesus, please let Mr. Presley know. Sorry for the times when I was living on the road. And I got all shook up in the middle of Memphis. She stabbed me with a cigarette, we're kissing the crucifix. Told me in confidence when I was licking off her lipstick, I don't want to die in Tennessee. I want to be different. Yes, I was all shook up in the middle of Memphis. She grabbed me by the shoulder blades and shouted, I'm sick of it. Told me in confidence when I was licking off her lipstick, baby, I don't
Let's Go live on the Stone on Air on the flagship on Talk Radio 102.3. And we're doing this thing for the next few minutes. And damn it, if this thing doesn't work, there we go. All right. I'm struggling. I'll be all right, though. Couldn't have done it without you, Nick. Thank you for being here. We'll probably do another one here in a minute. Might get a word or two from Tara as well. This is let's see, what outfit was it? It was Phil Lesh and Friends with Bob Weir back in 2002. The very first time this festival was underway. About this time on a Sunday, they I don't know if they opened or closed. I can't remember, but this is Tennessee Jed, and the Dead and Company will be closing down the set tonight. And all in all, I know there's some heavy stuff out there. I know there was some. I believe there's been there's bad news from the farm again this year that I don't have any newspapers. I don't have my phone's dead. You know, I'm kind of in outer space, not real life here. And I know there's a lot of other stuff going on down in Orlando that is worth talking about, but not on this show. But I will just say that if you listen to Jeff Styles' show when I filled in the other day, you know what I feel about that, and I told you so. I told you so. If you were listening, you know. If you weren't, sorry, we'll do it another day. Stone on Air on Talk Radio 102.3. Nick Let's Go is my guest live at Radio Bonnaroo, backstage here on the farm.
And it said, let's get back to Tennessee.
Most easily accessible radio show. Stone on Air. We'll be right back. The Talk Monster. Now more. Stone on Air.
The beautiful sounds in my head.
The Talk Monster.
You are back with the Stone on Air show here on the flagship Talk Radio 102.3. My name is Brian Stone. My guest today, Nick Lutzko, ran into him the other day and said, hey, let's do a radio show. And because of how shredded my vocals are, Nick, thank you. I could not have done the show without you. I don't know what I would have done for an hour. I guess I could have continued to just tell stories and sound as bad, but thanks for being here.
Well, I definitely couldn't have done it without you, so thank you.
You started the week in Disney, so you saw Claypool. Was it Les Claypool? Was it Primus?
It was Claypool with Sean Lennon.
Okay, so it was
Claypool, Lennon.
It was the Delirium then.
Yeah, I was pissed because I've seen Claypool probably a dozen times with all, between Primus and all the solo projects and stuff. And I was really excited to see them here at Bonnaroo, but since I was going to be out of town, I went ahead and bought tickets when I saw they'd be in Tampa at the same time as me. And then after I bought the tickets, I found out I was coming here. So I got to see them twice.
2 shows in 1 week.
Yeah, cool.
That doesn't never hurt anybody. Les Claypool, for those of you guys that don't know, his main band is Primus originally. And then he's done the Frog Brigade, and I mean, I can't, Oysterhead with Trey and Copeland from the Police, and he's done all kinds of different little projects. And for many, many years, he was a regular here every single year. And so and I love what he's doing with Sean Lennon. It's called officially the Claypool Lennon Delirium, right?
Correct.
And so that was last night. I missed it again. I had to sit it out in the afternoon. You were talking about, somebody was talking about the temperatures.
Yeah, I heard someone saying that this is that Friday was the hottest day on record for Bonnaroo, only topped by yesterday, which has now been topped by today. Today's on the books.
I mean, I don't know if that's exactly true, but
I heard it out in the, in Bonnaroo, so it must be true. It
must be true. It's kind of like the internet. If you hear it in Bonnaroo, right, it's true. But regardless of it, whether it's, in a record book or not, it is scorching hot out here. Did have an evacuation of the entire Bonnaroo area, which is the main venue of Bonnaroo. Last night for about an hour, there was a bunch of lightning. And never really got any rain, at least not where we were at. And that was a little tricky, evacuating an area that had majority of everybody was there. I mean, Saturday night, it's the headliners. Macklemore's playing, Lennon and Claypool are about to play, so it was a big deal. But everything got together. Everybody opened things back up. Everybody played just about an hour or so later than they were originally scheduled for, which nobody was too upset with that. We're putting the wraps on this thing here. Nick is going to play one more tune with us, and something you've not done before on a radio show or live? Or
well,
what?
we just premiered the song at Nightfall, and it went really well, but I've never even attempted it on acoustic by myself. I think I can pull it off.
Well, we're trying
see.
all kinds of things here.
It's kind of the spirit of Bonnaroo, just to,
Bonnaroo.
see what you can get away with.
Nick Lutzko live on Stone on Air.
Yeah, this one's called Stairwell.
My may be slipping. My may be slipping. But my body stands tall. Yes, my body stands tall. I promise I was listening. Okay, I wasn't listening. But I can read the writing on the wall. I can read the writing on the wall. She crawls up the stairwell. He longs to be with her. Each step growing taller than the others before. He crawls up the stairwell. She reaches her hand out as time pulls him back to the floor. My words keep escaping. I spend all my days chasing them down, but they never lead me where I wanna go. Till I call it quits and then they take me home. The midwife has been pacing. This ground it isn't breaking, but I can feel the cracks beneath my feet. Yeah, I can feel the cracks are breaking me. She crawls up the stairwell. He clings to the handrail and steadies his focus from the bedlam below. He crawls up the stairwell. He is ringing tall tales that clamor. It's better to just let go. No, 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 no. Sleeping in my shed, creation swimming in my head. The city's marching in the streets for an awakening. I might lie, the hourglass is overturned, the match is struck, the stairwell burns, I hear a calling from the galwalk as I make it leave. I might outshine the twilight. Sand overflow and I scream as the fire grows. Sand overflows and I scream as the fire grows, but I don't know. Light my night light. I might lie. My mind is slipping. Stairwell, he longs to be with her, each step growing taller than the other.
Nick, let's go live on Talk Radio 102.3. We are done. Nick, thanks so much for being here, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
A lot of fun here on the farm. Tara V is here helping out, Nathan Gale as well. And we'll call it a day.
Dear Bonnaroo, I've got a favor to ask you because we can all agree that this is about making magic moments. With your assistance, we could make a very magic moment for someone who means the world to me. You'd understand. I'm not really in a position to ask for favors because we're working for you, but are you in? Could you help me? See, I got a birthday cake for a girl, but I didn't have any candles. So if you light up your phones, you could be the candles, and then we'll sing happy birthday to her. And then when she blows them out, she can blow them out. And it's not just any girl. It's the girl that came into this world 12 years ago today at exactly this time in Seattle, Washington, when my wonderful, loyal, badass wife, Jill, gave birth to our first daughter, Olivia. And this is her birthday present to come here and bring a friend. And she's probably really shy, but can we sing happy birthday to my dear girl, Olivia? Yeah. We got more candles out there. Everyone, candles, yeah. We all together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Olivia. Happy birthday to you. Okay, she gotta blow out the candles. No, there's none on that. She gotta blow out the candles. Harder, there's still some left. One big, I'll help you. Hey, happy birthday, Ollie!